have just one more video to do after this. Then we have the Mercenary King here with another Great Nature build post Genius Strategy. This one is not Big Belly, but it is instead musical animals. And musical animals are fun for the whole family, especially when they start randomly exploding into fiery carcasses, which where we get our turkey legs from, and running around like headless chickens, which they're instantly replayed by people in other mascot costumes who are freaking out about the fact that the last guy just died. And they're back and they're not sure they're the same person. Will it happen to them? I don't know, man. Maybe you should play your goddamn recorder in the dog costume and not question it. We pay your health insurance for a reason. Little belly. If it gets successful, that is 20k or more. You may retire this unit counter charge. Also, tap this unit. You can choose another unit, get plus 2k. I don't use his abilities too much. However, I do use them when I need to. This deck is a little counterblast heavy, so it's a little counter charge heavy. To match it, forecast the net donkeys. I like this art a little better. I should probably run 2 of each art. 4 watering elephants. Its ability is success, 20k. Put this unit into the soul. G-break 1, rearguard. When your other rearguard is put into the drop zone, I should probably run this in fucking Big Belly. Run rainbow triggers. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm getting 4 more of these and I'm doing it. You may pay the cost. If you do, call the card that was put into the drop zone into an open R. So basically, if something dies, stick it in the soul, pull it back out from the drop zone. It's a really good card, and it really helps me mitigate my minuses. 4 crits, 4 heals. Woo! I run 2 Mohican Hyenas. G-break 1, when this unit boosts, if the boosted unit is 19k or greater, which is pretty easy in this deck, the boosted unit gets plus 4k. So basically it boosts, check to see if you're 19k or greater, which is pretty damn easy with 1 plus 4k. Then it gets another plus 4k. This is also a really good unit to play in a success deck. Actually, I think I'm going to replace my Airy Bellies with Mohican Hyenas. Why am I not thinking of these until I'm talking about them? I don't know. Maybe I don't have enough people to talk about Vanguard with. Maybe a lot of the people don't have enough ideas. Anyway, 3 Coiling Duckbills just for the extra draw. You should know what a Coiling Duckbill is. 4 Recorder Dogs. This is the guy in the mascot costume whose brother exploded earlier, and I haven't told him yet. In the chicken costume. Counterblast 1 during the end phase if this unit is put into the drop zone from rearguard circle. By the way, this includes being unlocked. And then you're killed by Chaos Breaker. If you have and I have done it before. Like one time, I can't remember who I was facing, but I had to play it due to Death Star Vader. Pulled it up. He's like, kill it. Counterblast 1, bring it down a grade 2. And he's like, huh? I'm like, yeah. And then he proceeded to lock that and kill that too. Or, sorry, bring out the grade 3. And it searches Vocal Chicken and calls it to rearguard, shuffle deck. So, I'm going to keep this aside and talk about the combos later. 4 perfect G-perfs so I can unflip damage, which is necessary because all of these guys counterblast. Then I've got Field Glass Otter. When this unit is placed in rearguard, choose another rearguard plus 4k. And at the end of the turn, retire that unit. Like this guy. This guy right here. This motherfucker. At the end of the turn, if this unit is successful, return this unit to hand. I like the secondary ability with this a lot, especially with this deck, which doesn't generate as much hand as it does immense field advantage. Like, you won't be thinking it's producing field advantage, and then all of a sudden, I've killed most of my field and doubled it. It's really good like that. Guru Wolf, 4 of them. When this unit attacks its Vanguard, if it's 20k or greater, draw a card. I like these cards, on-hit draw cards. They're pressure. They're real pressure. Also, it's not that hard to get plus 20k in this game. Especially for Great Nature. 4 Melodica Cats. Counterblast 1. When this unit is put in the end phase from the drop zone for R. If the cost, if you do, search for a Recorder Dog. 2 Tuskmasters. Counterblast 1 was unit attacks a Vanguard, stands something, plus 4K, it retires it in a turn. I have it in there for more attacks, and it retires, and it fits the animal theme very much. 3 Vocal Chickens. Basically, Counterblast 1, when this unit is killed, search out a Melodica cat. So in other words, it goes like this. I don't know whether you can see it. Hup. This is actually some old shit from set 9, which is actually really good stuff, and I'll show you why. The ace in the grade 3 in the deck is Guru Tiger, though I can work with a Tuskmaster or even a Vocal Chicken pretty well. Choose a card from the same card name as a card on the Vanguard and discard it. By the way, it's Legions with Guru Wolf. Choose up to 2 of your rear guards. Let's say these 2. And until end of turn is during the end phase when these units are put into the drop zone from rear guard circle. Call this card into open R. Draw a card. Choose a card from your damage zone. Turn it face up. Also, it has on attack if something plus 4K. I'm also, since I'm at G-Break, let's say, I'm going to give this plus 4K as well, and it's going to die at the end of turn. Partly because none of the other abilities really do that. So I put this here. So I attack. Plus 4K. This will die at the end of turn. Let's say I get 2 triggers. 1, 2. So this becomes 23K. Because, you know, I Legion back for criticals. I should have expected it. So this swings, this swings. At the end of turn, I choose this ability first. I put it into my hand, ready for the next turn. Then I kill these 2 units. I draw 2 cards. I can hold on, and then before I activate his ability, I counterblast 2, summon out 2 Melodica dogs, recorder dogs. Excuse me. Then his ability kicks in. Summon here. Draw 2 cards. Choose 2 cards from your damage zone. Turn them face up. That's pretty good. As you can see here, I just gained 4 cards, both in field and hand, and kept this guy from being a permanent minus thanks to luck from it. From now on, whenever I play this, I give this plus 4K. I do this. Next turn, let's say that I play, and it's very important I explain these cards now. Very much so. Let's say next turn I play this guy, Counterblast 1 plus 4Ks. Then I give this plus 4K. Swing. You know, blah, 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 blah. Success. End of turn, return this to hand. This unit dies. Counterblast 1, bring back another recorder dog. This is dead permanently. Or, let's do it a different way. Anyway, let's do it a different way. Let's play this guy, this chick. Both these units become successful. Swing. Let's say that I actually went like this, replace this with this, because I know what I'm doing. Swing. So this dies. I put this into soul. Counterblast, return this to hand. Because it was in the drop zone, oh, hold on. In the drop zone, Counterblast 1, pull out a Melodica dog. However, I can choose to activate this ability. Hold on. Actually, no, hold on. Okay. I'm sorry. Alright. So auto abilities always give me a little trouble. But basically, here's what's happening. Watering Elephant, this dies. Watering Elephant goes into the soul. This returns. However, it was sent to the drop zone. Counterblast 1, summon a recorder dog. Because I can choose the effects of the auto abilities in my thing, I can do something like that. As you can see here, for very minimal card loss, I have a full field. And honestly, I didn't even have to do that. I could have done something more akin to like Phoenix Kayaks or something. But I just wanted to do it. I really wish this wasn't a rearguard ability and just an auto ability, because then I could return it from drop zone. Let's talk about strides. Strides aren't very important. And guess what? They're exactly the same as the other deck. Because there's more soul in this deck, I can run it a bit better. 4 Mana Garmer. Can I blast 1 flip over a copy of Mana Garmer, plus 4 Ks, and they cannot be guarded by grade 1s. Frank. I don't really care for this card in this thing, but I run one anyway because he's funny. Choose a face-down card. These units can't be retired by card effects. Funny thing is, this is the only thing that really retires things from card effects. That and Tuskmaster. But I still have them anyway, just in case. I want to boost something. Then, of course, we had Sage Professor Big Belly. Flip this over. Give something like later in the game. Give something like this guy plus 28k. And he won't retire at the end of turn. And because I run Sands, it's incredibly useful. Because then it's like boop, boop, boop. Or maybe boop, 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 stands. Boop, boop, restand. You know, stuff like that. I'd run 4, by the way. I also run some Primthers. 4, let's say. Sure, why not? And what they do is they Soul Blast 1, give something plus 4k, plus 4k. If they give the second plus 4k, they retire it in the turn. If they have 20k or more power, draw a card. A little bit hard with this deck, honestly, compared to other things, but he's still a decent tech in. I should probably run more Phoenix Kayakses. Yeah, I'll probably change this guy out for some Phoenix Kayakses. Anyway, hey, here's Phoenix Kayakses. When this unit attacks, choose up to two of your rear guards. They get plus 4k until end of turn. At the end of turn, retire those units. Hey, look at that. Finally, 1 Wisdom Teller Dragon. If it hits, choose a rear guard plus 4k. If it attacks, if it's 20k or more, you may draw a card. I always like Wisdom Teller. It usually baits out a critical perfect shield. My G-Guards, same as before, except this time I'd run only 1 Armadillo, the other 3 Kundalini, simply because at the end of turn, retire this unit, countercharge 1 can be incredibly useful, as well as the plus 5k, especially since I don't really fear losing out on cards, because I have both Legion and these guys. Alright, that's been Wheeler the Mercenary King signing out for this fun deck. It really is a lot of fun. It is actually a lot more threatening than it likes to let on. And honestly, I hope to see more people sort of pick up on these abilities with Great Nature and other cards. There are an assload of combos in Vanguard. Just assloads. And honestly, I don't think most people pick them up as much as they should. Partly because people are stuck in paradigms, they're afraid to experiment, and sometimes those experiments fail. But here's the thing. No Seal and Gabriel was an experiment that worked. Mega Colony Legion Dankface was an experiment that worked. Experiment, find cards that synergize with each other, and then go from there. I should probably add 4 Crayon Tigers, but guess what? I want to try using other things. I kind of wish I had a different grade 3, and I might try the other Panda instead of Tuskmasters. You know, always evolve your decks, make them crazier. Otherwise, they're just kind of boring. Alright, this has been Wheeler, the Mercenary King, signing out.